Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. The Atlanta Braves going up against the New York Yankees.
And now,
and we'll be back to the first pitch right after this.
New York Yankees.
Just a little bit away from first pitch. And today's starting pitcher, Carlos Rodón.
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way, because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
Bryce Terang leading things off and takes a strike.
One strike.
That one way inside.
Straighten him up a little
bit.
One
ball, one strike.
On the ground, Chisholm whips it to first. And a quick out, number one. Here's the Atlanta Braves lineup. And Chris, it's a bit shocking to see such a lefty-heavy lineup against a left-handed starter.
Yeah, but on this one, I wouldn't second-guess the manager just yet, Boog. You know, in 2024, Bryce Harper, Yordan Alvarez, Steven Kwan, and Kyle Schwarber all hit significantly better against left-handed pitchers than they did against righties. Sometimes lefty on lefty doesn't necessarily favor the defense. You know, Boog, this is a player with some serious speed. In 2023, he became the first player in 20 years to record 2 infield hits and an inside-the-park home run in the same game.
Rolls across the diamond, and Witt is out.
Batting third, the designated hitter, Aaron Judge.
2 down, bases empty. Here's a big power threat, Aaron Judge. And Judge spoils that one. Judge goes 6 feet 7 inches, a member of the 1,000 hit club. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Brings it in for the 3rd out. Down in order go the Braves. And we're back. And on the mound today, number 26.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
We go to the bottom of the 1st, and stepping in for the Yankees, Paul Goldschmidt. Right through there for a strike.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
The line to kick the pitch. And there's a ball. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
Oh, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
One down. Here comes Cody Bellinger. That one's in there, and it's 0-1. Just missed.
Outside.
A little out front there as he swings through
One ball, 2 strikes.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. 1 out, bases empty. Another 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one, punching out the first 2 hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
Ronald Acuna Jr. in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
First 2 hitters get punched out on strikes. Take some notes from the dugout. When you get your chance, go up there and hit the ball hard somewhere.
Lined, and that's a base hit. And that extends the inning.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
Hard hit right side. They get the force. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. We head to the 2nd from the big ballpark in the Bronx. Top of the 2nd. Here's the catcher, Cal Raleigh. Rodón back to work. Right side, hard hit. Over to Goldie. 1 out in the 2nd. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Rodón, multi-time All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, a curve, and he works in a sinker. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Back-to-back curveballs and back-to-back whiffs. And I tell you what, that's having a feel for what you can beat a hitter with. And clearly, he wasn't picking up that breaking ball at all.
Here's Bryce Harper. And there's a foul ball. Swing and a ball line to center. Pulls up, and that's in there for a knock.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Hammered, base hit. And now 1st and 2nd with 2 outs.
Batting 8th, the 3rd baseman, number 8.
Here's Gunnar Henderson. He was drafted out of high school, but for a brief moment, he thought he'd be playing college baseball at Auburn.
Well, unless he was drafted in the 1st round, the plan for Gunnar was to go to college. So,
well, he's under it to make the catch in center, and we'll take a back at Yankee Stadium. Now here's Trent Grisham.
For the Yankees, the center fielder, Trent Grisham.
That one fouled off. The 0-1. Ball 1 there.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Slice the other way. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Late with the swing there.
Good pitch down around the knees. You want to be there all game. In a park like this, a pop-up sometimes will carry out.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
1-2.
Outside with a breaking ball. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That's back. And that one is going to go. And they jump out front. It's 2-0.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Drake Baldwin stepping in now for the Yankees. Outside low, and that's ball one.
1 ball, no strike.
And that one fouled off. And strike two. That's outside. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's down and in. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame. Bottom half of inning number 2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Swing and a ground ball. Throws to first in time. So they get the out after a long battle at the plate. Ryan McMahon steps to the plate.
Ryan McMahon.
First pitch just misses.
1-0.
That one missed.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
The 2-0 is in for a strike. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
A pretty good break on the curveball right there. Maybe not as down in the zone as he would have liked, but deceptive enough to get that swing and miss. And if you don't catch that pitch out front on the barrel, it bears in on you pretty hard.
Next offering is fouled back. 2 out, space is empty. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
First offering. Runner goes. Pitch is low. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. Swings through that one for strike one.
1-1.
Still in the second, already at 44 pitches, so some concern there. Runner goes again to second, and that's not it. In the dirt, nice job behind the plate. And a swing and a miss. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. And it's 2-zip. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. On to the third inning. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Pete Crow Armstrong. And that one fouled off. Next pitch misses way outside.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
And a good eye there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a ball popped up. Volpe under it. Corrals it. And there's one down. So the lineup flips over. Here's the second baseman, Bryce Terang. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. In the air, out towards left center. Volpe brings it in with a nice run and grab. 2 outs, base is empty. Now here is Bobby Witt Jr. And first offering is fouled off. 2 outs. And that one is lifted in the air. Grisham gets under it. He's got it. And that is out number 3. Nothing across here this half. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Yankees 2 and the Braves nothing. Bottom of the inning. Here's Cody Bellinger.
Yankees, the designated hitter.
He's got an MVP and a Rookie of the Year under his belt. And a guy who's played every day as a first baseman, every day as a right fielder, every day as a center fielder. Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation. That's an automatic ball.
The pitcher must begin his motion before the pitch timer runs out. We're looking for a little more urgency out there.
And that misses. Now 2-0. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
2-1.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. In plenty of time to first. 1 up, 1 down. And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr. 1 for 1 with a single so far. In the dirt, ball 1. Now, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Next offering is in for a strike. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Back in the Bronx, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Aaron Judge. And Judge spoils that one.
You know, these Braves just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
0-2 now. And there's a base hit to the left.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Here's some real power at the plate. Cal Raleigh. Ground ball left side, and he can't come up with it. Still able to fire over. He beats the throw, and they don't get an out on the play. First and second, no outs. Now the left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
And fouled off. Rodón sets and deals. Going to count 1-2.
2 strikes to a guy who's already 0 for 1 with the punch out. The only guy in the lineup with that strikeout. But you can't get too relaxed. You still got to make good pitches to get him out.
Rodón ready. Here comes off the outside edge, and now the count is 2-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Judge, the lead runner at second. Raleigh at first with no outs. To the right side, Goldie. To Volpe at second for 1. Relay to first. Double play.
The 3-6-1 double play, in my opinion, is one of the toughest plays to make. You've got a pitcher covering first, and the middle infielder throwing to a moving target. Everything has to be perfect, and right there, they made it look pretty easy.
Here comes Bryce Harper. Right side. Jazz tosses to first, and he has thrown 4. Strand 1. They trail things here 2-0. Back in New York. Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. Grisham, a multi-Gold Glove award. Joe Ryan into the game.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. Swing and a miss. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
1-2.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. And there's 1 away.
First strikeout for him in this one, and that splitter is maybe the go-to pitch when he's looking for a swing and miss like that. He throws it quite a bit, and that's a good example of the effect it can have on a hitter.
Chisholm, the next to hit, takes ball 1. For Joe Ryan, the journey's so interesting when you think of a guy who started his college career at Cal State Northridge and then ultimately transferred to a Division II school, Cal State Stanislaus. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Ball.
Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Full count.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk. And here is Drake Baldwin. Grounded out his first time. Runner on the go. There's a ball. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. And that's downstairs and outside. Baldwin tries to check his swing. Now a look to third. And yes, he did. That's a swing, according to Earl Hendricks. And that one hammered. That's back there. Out of here. A two-run shot. It's 4-0.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spit on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Here's Ryan McMahon now. And first offering is fouled off. Still only one out here in the inning. Late that time, and it's strike two.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Just missed.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
That one ripped, and it stays fair. Around first and hustling for second. The throw into second, and he's got a double.
Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
And now it's going to be Anthony Volpe in the dirt. That one drifts inside.
When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
2-2.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. 1 out and a runner at second. And that's downstairs. Full count now.
Full count.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, they didn't give him anything to hit, and now with runners on first and second, they've set up a double play opportunity. So not a terrible result.
Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. In the dirt. 1 out. Runners at first and second. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Schwarber snags it for the second out.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Bellinger stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. A little bit low, and it's 2-0.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Up the middle. Terang over to first in time. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, this is Corbin Carroll. Rodón back to work. And first offering is fouled off. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Grisham drop step going back. And it's out of here. Into the home bullpen for a homer. A soaring shot to center. And they inch closer. It's 4-1.
That gives them hope they can pull off this comeback. They just need a few more swings like that, and they're back in business. Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too. He gave it a great effort, but you know, those plays are so tough to pull off, and I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
Gunnar Henderson getting ready to hit. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Yeah, that's fouled off. Yankees up by 3. In the air out to center. That one gets down for a hit. Pete Crow Armstrong next up for the Braves. He's 0 for 1. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Grisham is there, makes the catch. So the batting order turns over. This is Bryce Terang. 0 for 2 in this one. On the ground, could be 2. 1 at second, whips it to first on the run, and it beats him. What a play. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now back here in New York. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now it's the right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr. That one catches the zone. Strike 1. Manager out of the dugout.
Now pitching for the Braves, number 36.
And the 0-1.
Plays.
And ball 1. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Schwarber hauls it in, and there's 1 away. And here is Giancarlo Stanton. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1 ball, no strikes.
And another ball.
2-0 to count. Ha!
Fouled off left side. And it remains 2-2. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Brings it in, and there's 2 away. 2 down, base is empty. And now here is Trent Grisham. And that drops in for a strike. And now it's even up. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. That one almost got him. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. So the Yanks go in order, but they lead it 4-1. Back in the Bronx, all set for the start of the inning. Now the number 2 hitter, Bobby Witt Jr. On the ground, right side, and foul ball.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
This one could be trouble. Now he'll turn for second. And he's got a leadoff double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Great hands on that swing. Took the barrel right to the baseball, caught it out front, and ripped it into the gap. At that point, there's probably no question in his mind that he was going for two. That's just a great feeling.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Aaron Judge, the next to hit. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. On the ground, right side, and that's a fair ball. Here comes Witt around third. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly, and he's into second with nobody out.
Well, that right there is a pretty clear example of why making a clean, on-target throw back into the infield is so critical, but so many times it's easily overlooked. You can't be careless about it as an outfielder. Doesn't matter if you're throwing to a base or a cutoff, you have to give them something that they can handle. That cost them a run as a result.
Now here is Cal Raleigh. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1.
With the tying run at the plate, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Way high there. Now 1-2.
Ball two.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Now in for the Braves, Kyle Schwarber. On the ground to Jazz. Schwarber out of the play. Here is Bryce Harper. 1 for 2.
Bryce Harper.
Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
And the next pitch is way outside. Judge on third with 2 out. And a count 1-2.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
Got him. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. He's already homered in this game.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
And that one wrapped foul. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
0-2.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
1-2.
That one almost got him. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. And a big swing and a miss.
No ball.
Base is
2
empty,
strikes.
1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Foul ball, still 0-2. That one to first,
Foul ball.
and that's just foul. 1 down, base is empty. Close one, doesn't get the call, and it's 1-2. And that one cutting but missing down low.
2 strikes.
Go, 2-2 now. Just misses with that one.
Still just the 2nd batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk. 1 goal. On runner at first. Now the third baseman, Ryan McMahon. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
0-1.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
0-2.
Got him. That K is his 3rd of the game. Well, that'll boost the swing and miss rating. He blew him away on 3 pitches. He didn't have a chance.
Yeah, Boog, a dominant strikeout for sure, and he just looked overmatched at the plate. You know, as a hitter, when you swing and miss 3 times in a row, you feel like you've got a hole in your bat. You definitely start to question yourself.
Volpe stands in here, takes ball 1 low. He swings and fouls one off. On the ground, out to short. Flips it. What a play. Inning over. 1 left for the Yankees, but they still lead this one. So digging in, Corbin Carroll. He's already homered here in this one. Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit. And here comes the Yankees man. And next for Atlanta, Gunnar Henderson.
Now pitching for the Yankees, number 75.
Swung on, belted.
Go ball.
1 hops off the wall, should be extra bases. Across is the runner from first, and they trail by 1.
Back-to-back base hits. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it. Now that sets up a huge at-bat in this ballgame.
So the tying run in scoring position now. Pete Crow Armstrong next up for the Braves. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile.
ball.
It's
1
0-1.
strike.
Hit hard on the ground to short. Volpe throws it to first in time. That's the first out at the top of the 7th.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Up the middle. Tosses to first, out, got him.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
And now a huge at-bat coming up as Bobby Witt Jr. steps in. 1 for 3. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. Action in the pen down there. Devin Williams getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Leiter warming up as well. On the ground to the left. What a stop. The throw and save. He busted it down the line for that infield single.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Go-ahead run on base. Here is Aaron Judge. He gets a shot right here against the righty, and he is elite against right-handed pitching. And that one gets away at the plate. Wild pitch, and into second moves the go-ahead run.
This is something that'll happen to him from time to time behind the dish. The defense is a part of his game he's trying to improve, but right there just couldn't squeeze it, and it cost him.
Fought off foul.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
Man at second. And Judge spoils that one.
2-2.
This one in the dirt. Witt up to third on the wild pitch.
Even with a good secondary lead, sometimes it's hard to see just how far that ball's gotten away from the catcher, and if you can make it to third base pretty much standing up. Well, that time he seemed to have a pretty good read, gets to third safely, and now he's just 90 feet away from scoring.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it on to first. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. 7th inning stretch time. And we are tied 4-4. Back to the top of the order now.
For the
Paul
Yankees,
Goldschmidt now.
the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
And that one is downstairs, and it's 1-0. Here comes a manager out of the Braves dugout, and he
Now pitching for
here comes a
Atlanta.
new arm for the Braves, Matthew
Number
Boyd.
17, Matthew Boyd.
And that drops in for a strike. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the
Now
7th.
batting, the
Here
designated
comes Cody
hitter,
Bellinger.
Cody
0 for 3 in this
Bellinger.
one.
He's a big, strong guy, can untie this game with one swing.
And a foul ball. Boyd, in his 9th season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, a slider, a curve, and he works in a sinker. Ground ball right side. Terang over to first in time. And that quickly 2 away.
The right fielder,
Good
number
fade
13,
and sinking action in that
Ronald
changeup. Got that hitter to
Acuna
roll over.
Jr.
And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. That's in there. 0-1.
Late in the game, everyone
No
gets
ball.
a little
1
tighter.
strike.
Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
That one to first, Harper. He takes it on his
That's
own,
an out.
and the Yanks go quietly. Held in check. Still all square at 4 apiece. Here's
Now
the
pitching
catcher
for
to
the
hit,
Yankees.
Cal Raleigh.
Number 56,
Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
0-1.
Movement in the bullpen, Devin Williams getting loose out there. Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone.
No
A
ball,
little
2
anxious, a
strikes.
little aggressive early in the count. Too much for me.
Gets a piece and stays alive. And 1-2. Oh, that got him.
That hit him.
And the go-ahead run is on base to lead off the inning. Here's the left
fielder,
fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
Schwarber.
First-round pick out of Indiana back in 2014. On the ground left side, 6, 4, 3. And they turn the double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Number 5, Bryce Harper.
So Harper stands in. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the third out. And the Braves go down quietly. This game's all tied at 4. Here's Stanton now. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout.
Stanton.
Boy, back to work. In the air, right side. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down. So the batter now will be Trent Grisham. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
1 strike.
All tied up here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. And now the count is even. And that's down and away.
2-1.
And that is out of play.
His eyes got big. He saw that changeup way out in front. Better to pull it than to get jammed on something off speed like that.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 2 out.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Swing and a foul straight back. Next offering is down low. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. 1, 2, 3, go the Yankees. Score remains tied. Here comes the closer here in the 9th, Devin Williams.
And the offense needs to be ready for the screwball. It's not a pitch you see very often, so it's tough to pick up, and it's a good one.
Williams.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. Grisham sizing this one up. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Woo! He was all over that first pitch fastball, just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
So now to the plate for Atlanta, Gunnar Henderson. Base hit. And the go-ahead run is on base.
The center fielder, number 4, Pete.
It's not often someone hits a baseball this hard. It's worthy of the StatCast treatment, Singy.
Well, I was anxious to see what that exit velo would be, and wow, 116 miles per hour. StatCast absolutely lives for these moments. You know, it's so cool to get that kind of data back almost instantly.
Williams keeping an eye on him.
This is a good situation if you want to try to steal a base. 9-hitter, and you're about to turn this lineup over, so get a little momentum as you turn it over.
Now it's going to be Pete Crow Armstrong. Swing and a high fly ball left field, pretty well struck. Out of here! That one felt good. It's 6-4. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Elevated fastballs, especially away, are like putting a ball on a tee. Hitters do a lot of cage work. They're comfortable hitting off the tees, and he was comfortable right there hitting that ball opposite field for a home run.
One down. Bryce Terang will hit next. Fastball for a strike. To the right side. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. The throw won't get there in time, and he's on at first. So man aboard, and now Bobby Witt Jr. Rolled to short, could be two. Handles, throws to first, and Witt is out. Here comes the skipper out of the... So they turn to the veteran pitcher in this spot, Fernando Cruz.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Judge at the plate and takes high there. Runner at second, 2 down here in the top of the ninth. And another ball. That one misses, and that's ball 3.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate, runners in scoring position, and a hitter's count.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
First and second, 2 outs. Now a chance for Cal Raleigh. That one misses. That's 5 straight. Cruz, he's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts in a tough spot like this. That is a big-time benefit. That one missed. Activity in the bullpen for the Yankees. Tim Hill, the veteran southpaw, is getting ready to come on if needed. Loaisiga getting cranked up as well. There's a strike at the knees.
As a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
Ripped to short, onto Jazz, and the inning is over. Braves pick up 2 on the long ball. It's a 2-run lead now at 6-4. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. And now the catcher comes up to him. Drake Baldwin.
The catcher, Drake Baldwin.
Late swing, foul to the left. 0-1. Ball 1 there. The Yankees looking to rally.
1 strike.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Ground ball to the right side, and that one handled. Sends it to first, and they get the leadoff man in the ninth.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
McMahon stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. And there's a ball. Swing and a miss as he was out front. The Braves up by 2. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Fastball in the corner at the knees, and it's a strike. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And they're down to their last out.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same
batter,
page
number
right
11.
now.
Anthony Volpe digs in now.
Volpe.
First pitch swinging.
0-1.
They're down to their final strike.
You know, that's a swing you'll see a lot against a good sinker. Just right over the top. Tough to barrel that up.
The Yanks down to their final strike. And that's in the dirt. Here comes the manager out of the break.
Now pitching for Atlanta.
Two-run game, a 2 away
Number
here in the
23.
bottom of the ninth.
Garrett Whitlock.
Swing and a slow roller. And that is the ball game.
Well, this is definitely a rarity. A one-pitch save. You come into the ball game, so much pressure, don't know what's going to happen, and fortunately, you make the pitch, you get the out, and everyone has a big sigh of relief.
And this one ends with a final score of 6-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.